Alright, here we go with Pyre. A game that's probably on a lot of people's contenders for Game of the Year. Probably won't be the contender, well, won't win it. But it's been mentioned a lot. Yeah, I heard about a lot of people liking it. So, we're going to get into it. I don't know hardly anything about it other than it's a bit like basketball. With lots of story. So I've turned the music volume, sound effects volume and voice volume down. Added subtitles. Difficulty is going to be standard. And I haven't put on the aim assist because that's what was default. And the rest I've left as it was. So, no. So I've reset it there. That was reset. So.
From the plains that sleep. Good evening.
Oh, there we go. That's pretty cool. Alright, and the controls are going to be standard as well. So, past, aura cast, jump, evade, sprint, salute. Oh, we'll probably figure that out as we go along. So, we'll go straight into the campaign. New profile, new campaign. Subtitles, aim assist. Commence! Heard the artwork for this is pretty cool. And the voice acting as well. Am I supposed to press something? Oh, I pressed a button. Right, okay. It was waiting for me. That animation is cool. Okay. Your days in the downside brought slow, lonesome agony. Now, as you lie yielding to the elements, something rumbles into view. Move cursor here, okay. 3 shapes emerge, each clad in strange attire. A vast purgatory into which the Commonwealth casts its convicts and enemies. None have been known to return from the Forsaken Land. To interact or press square anywhere to continue. Okay. Another piece of filth expelled from the Commonwealth. Commonwealth, a proud country risen from the ashes of a fallen empire, home to a multitude of ethnic groups. Founded on principles of mercy and kinship, whose exact meanings evolved through many centuries. See? Right on schedule. What'd I tell ya? You told us we would find someone alive. Someday I said we'd find someone alive. Someday. Not just today, I guess. But don't be a glum. You know, I see you frowning underneath that mask. Looks like he's breathing. The masked wanderers presume you are male. Try to change this. Looks like she is breathing. Looks like he is breathing. Looks like they're breathing. The masked wanderers presume nothing about your gender. Yeah, let's change that. It seems they are still alive. Oh, it seems they still are. Then stand aside. I shall send them to a better place. A better place? Name me a single better place than this. Hang on, the markings on their rags. I think they're one of them. But look at them. They are beyond our help, and we are beyond theirs. Broken, shaking, starving, probably diseased. Yeah, good luck with that there, chum. See you back at the wagon. Indeed, the day grows dim. You have, at best, an hour. Understood. I won't be long. After the others leave, the man turns towards you and begins unfastening his mask. Hello, my friend. I don't care who you are or what you did. None of that matters anymore. All of us, we're equal nothings here. You are parched, and he gives you a drink. You ache, and he binds your wounds. Your hunger, and he gives you food. Little by little, it helps. There. Turns out you're tougher than you look. Name's Hedwyn. Now, come on. He is one of the 3 masked wanderers who found you clinging to life in the downside. He sensed no ill intent as he helps you up and leads you down an old black wagon. Well, leads you to an old black wagon. Ugh, can't I see? Nothing like the stately vessels that paraded the Commonwealth criminals through alabaster streets. So that's the same again. Okay. Hedwyn beckons you to enter the bagwan. Black wagon. Blagwan. That's the portmanteau of the same word. The weather-beaten wagon is as much mess inside as out. You see the masked woman and the talkative creature taking stock of ancient-looking books. I'm back. And with a guest. She loosens the clasps on her mask. You may call me Judariel. She is the most imposing of the 3 masked wanderers who found you clinging to life. And as for myself, the smallest one struggles with his mask. Judariel soon assists him. Yow! That is to say, you may regard me by the name of Rookie Greentail. Oh, I forgot to... Okay. Such pleasantries out of the way, the horned woman then motions to the others. She glances at you sidelong as she speaks. Can they do it? Hope so. I haven't asked them yet. What? Then we are... What are we waiting for? Hey, chum. Nice meeting you and all, but tell me something. You know how to read, or what? He's asking if you're a reader. One who can derive meaning from text. Literacy has been prohibited for centuries. Those with knowledge of the old ways violate the law of the land. Admit it, deny it, remain silent. I'll admit it. You confirm their suspicions. There is no use trying to hide it now. Well then, glory days! Because it just so happens my associates and I, we got ourselves some nice material here for someone just like you. Reader, you still live thanks to us. We ask for something modest in exchange. Open one of these books back there and tell us what it says. Sorry to put you on the spot like this, my friend. The exiles indicate the books in their positions. Let's have a look. So, I'm assuming this one, Strange Book. One of several such heavy, ominous volumes. The exiles you meet seem very interested in them. Interact to learn more. My controller is vibrating. There's a load of them, but... Oh, hang on. Closed door. The Black Wagon's common room must be back there, though you do not feel very welcome now. Odd creatures. Hungry-looking creatures that roost near some sort of attic. There is nothing you can do for them now. Let's have a look. Oh, hang on. Sigil. Intricate sigil. A symbol of some sort is set in the wagon's floorboards. You cannot sense its purpose. I've got my new microphone. What can I say? One of several such heavy, ominous volumes. Let's have a look. Interact to learn more. You pick up one of the old and heavy volumes, bound in materials you do not recognize. That is cool. A formal welcome undersigned by the 8 scribes. You, dear reader, are an exile. You are an exile of the downside, such as we, the 8 who wrote the Book of Rights. That you possess it, and have capacity to glean its wells, is testament enough to your potential. Thus we reveal a path from this forsaken place to freedom, a homecoming in glory. The stars themselves shall be your guide. Ere the turning of the year's first solstice, seek the nearest longitude beneath the brightest of 8 as they align as shown. Arrive as the triumvirate, clad in the raiments of the rites bearing this book. These are going to be words that I don't know how to pronounce. I'm so sorry. Oblige the voice that tells you more. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's like a star. Cool. Inspect. For a clear look at this text. Ah, there you go. Still, I don't know how to pronounce that word there. Okay. Let's close. The book describes a complicated method through which the exiles can return to the Commonwealth. The words swim through your mind as headwinds gets your attention. Well, friend, what does it say? But then your vision starts to fade and blur. You feel your body weaken and give out. There's a lot more reading and me talking than I thought there was going to be. But I'll try. I'll keep it up.
Reader, dare you tamper with forbidden knowledge? So soon after your sentence into exile. 'Tis true what the book says. You can be free again. Perhaps not you yourself, but someone worthy of the privilege. You witness now the path toward salvation. You witness the rights.
Welcome to the chat anyway, Poogles.
To return to glory. Though in your case, I hardly think it possible.
Ooh.
Yes, by the grace of the scribes, it is my duty to inform you anyhow.
Hang on, are we playing on a book? We're playing in a book. It worked. So it is true. Yeah, but what now? And where'd the reader go? They should be out there still, for now. We've put our faith in them. They could abandon us. They won't. You look upon the three of them from beyond as Headwind then calls out to you. Reader, we aim to free ourselves. We will not grow old and die in the downside. And now, I swear to you, when we get out of here, you're going to come with us. But first, we need your help. Show us the way. Freedom. You focus all your mental faculties to do as Headwind asked. Tutorial!
A celestial orb falls from the
Use
heavens
L to
when
approach the celestial orb.
time is nigh.
Okay.
Exiles conduct the rites as a triumvirate, for they must prove their trust in one another, not just in themselves.
Hold. Oh, I see.
The three must act
Only one exile
as
can
one.
move at a time. Okay. Hold R2 to sprint. Your exile abilities are shown here. Sprint until stamina is depleted.
Now
Okay.
plunge into the pyre with the orb and be purified. Yes.
Goal!
The exile Cookie has the way of it.
Okay.
Whoever steps into the flame is banished for a time.
Mm-hmm.
His or her cohorts must make do on their own. Oh, but it is not so simple. In the rites you shall face adversaries whose own freedom is at stake. Beware the aura that surrounds them, as they shall beware yours.
Use L to approach the adversary. Not.
The aura is your wrongdoing. Accept it as a part of you. Cast your aura like a stone.
Hold circle.
Correctly
Sweet.
done. Again. Just so. A glorious performance, I admit. More than I expected from the likes of you. Grasp
Okay.
the orb once more.
This is going to be
The orb absorbs the aura.
me
Then the orb
ballsing this
quenches
up for
the
about
flame.
an hour. But I will try. So what have I got to do?
Now I say jump.
Leap.
Leap with all your strength.
Oh, come on.
Thus sails the orb into the waiting flame.
Rookie is returned. Return Ed.
Now snuff out the
Extinguishing the...
adversary's pyre,
Okay.
whilst yours yet burns. Rookie plunged into their pyre.
Gotta pay attention to the...
Seize the orb. Glorious.
Try sprinting with R2.
No, you don't.
Okay.
Unfortunate for the Beyonders.
Let's fling. Switch. Yeah! Extinguish your adversary's fire. This is fun. Complicated. I'm trying to get my head around this, but...
Edwin is banished.
No, you don't.
The right
Try jumping
is
with circle.
complete. There, dear reader.
Oh, I didn't do it.
Now you understand. Or do you? This was but a glimpse of that which lies ahead.
I just need to get used to which button is which, and I
would
should be
tell you
fine.
to turn
But
back. Cast down your hope. But all those such as you never listen.
during the rites, only one exile on each side is permitted to move at any given time. The three must act as one. The others are still picking themselves up as you awaken. Well, that was something. That was our way out. So now we just follow the stars, or what? Supposedly. Reader, come let us regard the night. Jidario leads you outside where a clear night sky awaits. Now show us, before the howlers catch our scent, where shall the rites commence? The ancient ritual competition through which the worthiest exiles regain their freedom. The 8 scribes gave you their freedom so that we may have ours. Prayer from the Book of the Rites. You gaze at the stars. Seek your destination. Cool. Alright, so, Scorpius. The Olden Star. The star of the old clutter. Those born under it are wiser than most. Can I do these? No, okay. The Gold Star. The South Star. The South Star burns bright above the massive ridge of the stone, much farther than the naked eyes can see. Interact to determine the location. Let's just go here, I suppose. Cool. 200 leagues due east. The Ridge of Goal. Ridge of Goal. According to the stars, the next rite shall soon commence here. The fossils remain of the serpent titan slain by Galathanian. Galathanian. yet loom over these living in its shadow. Galathanian. Galathanian. Great. And now we're supposed to be there when exactly? Very soon, according to the stars. You should be able to arrive there in time, if you make haste. Then we'd best get started. Well, this ought to be good for a few laughs at least. What do you say, Jodie? Who's Jodie? She's the most... Oh yeah, of course it is. Jodariel turns to you, studying you. Reader, do not deceive us. Pray we make good use of our remaining time. What she means is, glad to have you aboard, chum. We're counting on you, my friend. See you inside. Freedom. The rights are the key. It is a lot to take in. Your fellow exiles await you in the wagon. Certainly am the reader. This is so beautiful. Downside Prairie. You arrive in Downside Prairie where the road ahead is forked. There is a lack of consensus about which way to proceed. Downside Prairie. One of the downsides, only verdant regions. It only gets less hospitable as you press further north. Okay. I'm telling you, we ought to take the northern pass. Got an associate holed up in Hollowroot. I've got to pay a visit besides. Hollowroot. The northern route to the Ridge of Goal goes through a small exile encampment. Every so often, tempests come and scour away the huts and hovels, but they always crop back up. Fie on your associate. Best we head to Bloomingpool and avoid attention. The southern route to the Ridge of Goal goes through a humid area pocked with hot springs. Runoff from the sand folds means that no bathing in the springs. They're just there to mock you. Oh, so I either go where she wants to go, or he wants to go. He's got an associate. Ooh, she wants to avoid attention. And get stuck in a bog while we're at it? The dispute continues as Hedwyn listens for a while. What if the reader settles this? They mark the way, we get us there. If the rites are meant to test our faith, then we'd best learn to trust the reader's instincts on our path. No second guessing them along the way. Can we all live with that for now? Yeah, sure. If necessary. Then it's settled. Just point the way, my friend. The stars guide us through you. You may choose a route towards your goal to certain junctures. Weigh the options. Okay, let's weigh the options. I will be asking the chat as well if there's anyone in there. Hollowroot. The northern route to the Ridge of Goal goes through a small exile encampment. Rookie knows someone here who owes him. The southern route of the Ridge Goal goes through a humid area pocked with hot springs. Jodara thinks she can find rare flora here. Flora or someone who owes him. I don't know what flora does. I quite like the idea of going through this. Jodariel offers to show you around Bloomingpool after she notices you staring at the bogs and vegetation near the wagon. Soon something catches her eye. Observe. This shall pay for half our trip. You find a black bloom, and it is quite valuable. The black wagon grinds to a stop at the base of the Ridge of Goal. The others ask you to assist with making preparations for nightfall and the commencement of the rite. Page revealed. The first exile. Okay, let's check inside. The book is doing stuff. She seems to have something in her mind. Reader, Greentail here was just complaining how they opted not to take us up to Hollowroot. What? And violate our anti-second guessing pact? Nah, I was only saying how our chum's gonna have to keep on making the tough calls. Besides, just making sure we got something to pawn off at the next smug market we find. Sorry, slug market even. And we have. Now let us focus on the task at hand. We have reached our destination and have much left to prepare before night. The two of them soon go about rummaging through the raiments and the books strewn about the wagon, leaving you to your own devices. What's this? Family portrait. A reasonable likeness of a younger Rookie with his mother and uncle. Colourful robes and ceremonial masks adorn one of the wagon's walls. That's what's this down there. Fashion. Jodie's throw rug. Fashioned from a howler hide. Sends her ilk a clear message. Jodariel says not to step on it. What passes for cooking supplies on the downside? Hedwyn does most of the cooking. And Ancient Book of Rites. Okay, let's just inspect it, shall we? You know, perhaps thrice cursed name was Solium Mur, the Emperor of Sar, the first exile, and my liege. This chapter concerns him and those who found him in the downside. Each of us was sent to take his life. Such was the hatred for him and around his country. Yet, we found in Solium Mur, a man transformed in mind, in body, mind, and spirit. A man deserving of much more than mercy. In time, he named us all his scribes, and he became the 8th. It is my greatest honour now to share with you his deeds, to know his story, and to know the rights. Okie doke, so that's this guy here, I suppose. Common room. Your fellow exiles' living quarter are functional, but little else interacts. In the common room, you may review various notes and observations about your fellow exiles and their prospective paths towards enlightenment in the rites. Alright, there's quite a lot to look at here. Hedwyn is the first character, and we've got him here. And I think we can just press this button to go to the next one. Yeah, we do. Right, okay. So, glory, quickness, presence, hope. So, he is mid. Presence. Oh, no presence at all, is it? Hope? What does hope mean? Interesting. Okay. He wanders the downside in search of a way to regain his freedom and return to his home. Casts. To throws his aura in a straight line. Jump. High jumps to evade adversaries' auras. Sprints. Runs much faster for a short time. Nomad, outright unknown. So they've got a crime for sentencing. Okay. Observations. Oh, this is probably all the stuff that's unknown. You might have to unlock it as the story unlocks. He is the one who nursed you back from the brink after finding you in the downside. His genial manner suggests that life in exile has not yet broken his spirit. He wears a bronze clasp identical to that of Judariel, suggesting the two of them may have met before their exile. He has not yet revealed what he did to earn his sentence. She is a grim, long-time resident of the downside, grown accustomed to surviving there. Throws her on a thick line, jumps, slams down before forcing back to those in the vicinity, lunges forward in one swift motion. She seems to be responsible for the Black Wagon's security. Her features suggest she has lived in exile for much longer than the others. Her grim outlook and the fact that she still wears the bronze clasp of the Commonwealth Blood Border suggest a military background, though what she did to earn her sentence you do not yet know. And the fast talker. He is an opportunistic and well-connected cur, still clinging to his once comfortable lifestyle. Cast. Throws his aura in a long line, hops quickly and evades adversaries' auras, and accelerates at high top speed. He seems to be the most well-connected of the masked wanderers who found you and knows something of the land. He is a rather opportunistic why am I having more trouble with that word? Disposition. And his ostentatious clothing suggests a lucrative background in the mercantile business. Even still, you do not yet know for sure what he did to earn his sentence. Cool. Get to know the characters. Is that everything? That is everything. A figure sits in the very still corner of the wagon. He is unresponsive, but still seems to be alive. You observe the man slumped in the corner of the wagon, bearing some sort of stringed instrument. You sense he lives, but nothing more. It seems inopportune to ask him now. Okay. You've reached the celestial landmark. Now get everything and everyone prepared. As darkness falls, your fellow exiles stand together, clad in the raiments of the rites. The preparations are set. However, everything is still and calm. Soon they grow restless. You keep telling you there's nothing there. Or nothing here. What a bunch of idiots we are. If we travelled all the way this way for nothing, I don't think we did. Look up. Controller's doing vibrations. The goal of each fight is to extinguish the adversary's pyre using the celestial orb that falls from the sky.
Reader, the stars align at last. You reach the Ridge of Gaul at the appointed time, and your triumvirate is ready. Your adversaries in the rites this eve shall be the Accusers. Whose ever pyre yet burns once the other is extinguished shall step closer to freedom. Now let the rites commence.
Okie doke. The stars aligned and your pyre burns bright. Across from your companions appear several others also clad in raiment, your adversaries in the rites. They are the same size, so they'll be fast? Everyone ready? Let's hope so. Be still. We have a visitor. The one whom she refers to steps forward. At last, the Nightwings grace us with their presence. The Nightwings, the name of the triumvirate in blue. Triumvirate. And it seems your fellow exiles have assumed their identity. Do you know what? The reading level of this game is probably quite a lot higher than a child's, so it's even almost above mine. I see that the reports of your demise have been exaggerated after all. Even I was beginning to think you were gone for good. Nobody moves, save for the man robed in gold, who unfastens his mask. Surprised to see old Lendl again. I trust you remember my face, though you must have assumed never to see it again after last time. Lendl, he is the apparent leader of the exiled triumvirate. You are encountered at the Ridge of Gaul. Never had I come so close to freedom, only for you to dash my hopes. Now I and the accusers shall repay that affront. An exiled triumvirate clad in gold. Their leader harbours ill will for something he thinks you did. I am not going to try and pronounce that word again, just in case everyone else says it's going to be wrong. Ooh. He shoves his mask back on and takes position with his comrades. It is time. From the shadows you clutch the Book of Rites and focus on the task at hand. Okay, what are these buttons I've got to press then?
Begin! Another banishment. Have the accusers underestimated you?
I hope so. Nope.
Deliverance.
No, I shall not accept defeat from you again. You might have to. Hear me, accusers. Stand your ground. Let your auras boil in rage. Uh-oh, what are they going to do?
It seems that you have flustered the accusers.
We're getting there, but they've hunkered down. Fine, then we shall disrupt their formation.
Have you any
Hold
idea what that
circle to fling the orb into the
did
pyre.
to deserve his exile?
Uh-oh.
Somebody get the orb.
Whoops. Pressed the wrong button.
Oh, you
Oh,
poor Nightwings. Wow. Edwin,
Oops, I've got to fling it, haven't I?
flames.
Oh well.
Now plunge into the flames. A daring display.
Boom.
Flinging the orb into the flames like that. You elude banishment using such tricks.
Oh, you can catch it, can you?
Now take it.
Oh, you don't. Oh.
The orb is loose.
Yeah, it is.
Engulfed in fire.
That was so cool.
No more than a lick of flame remains. How sad for that
Oh.
one there.
Picked up. No, oh no, you don't.
And it is done. You have prevailed. Rejoice then in your single fleeting victory.
Trophy for an untouched flame. Nightwings.
Guron Salashe.
Your deceit may have earned you a hollow victory, but know this. The accusers will not forget your wickedness, and when we next meet, you will rue the day.
Bask now in the wisdom of the scribes. The exiled Jodariel has gained enlightenment.
We
Only
may have
the enlightened can regain their freedom.
we have withstood the worst nights than this, though few is strange. Choose a mastery for Jodariel. Okay, so she's got after using her rush lunge forward, Jodariel can rush again right away. After banishing an adversary, Jodis instantly recovers all her stamina. Let's choose that one.
Scribe bestows his favor.
Anything else? Nothing. Okay. After the rites, the accusers disappear into the darkness as you return to the wagon. In the night sky, you see a single star burns brighter than the rest, beckoning you onward. During the rites, hold circle to fling the orb. The longer you charge, the more pyre damage you deal if the orb flies true. Well, my friends, what can I say? The rites are real, and we're in. The Getting Out of Here Club. Next up on the agenda, keep chasing stars until we're free. Until we are free. Until we are free. Hear, hear! Sounds fine. Might as well be us instead of Lendor back there. Ah, yeah. Anyway, guess we better start packing. As the others go about their business, Hedwyn turns to you. Reader, come walk with me while the stars are still out. You and Hedwyn walk in silence for time before he speaks up. You have questions. Come, ask away. We need you in this for the long haul. Hedwyn wishes to know if there's anything troubling you. Ask why he was exiled. Ask how he got this wagon. Ask why you cannot conduct the rites yourself. Ask what happens if you refuse to help. Ask why... this one. You asked Hedwyn how he and his companions managed to come into possession of this black wagon, and what happened to its former owners. He maintains eye contact and his smile. Good question, my friend. We're going to have a lot of time to discuss that, and many other things. Make you a deal. Read the stars for us again, and I'll tell you all about it on the way. You sense he speaks truly as he beckons beckons towards the fading dark above. You gaze at the stars. Seek out your destination. I mean, I'm assuming I go to these other stars then. We've just done the... where are we now? The star of the first empress. Those born under it seek knowledge and new experiences. We are here. Oh, hang on. No, it's not right. That's a long way to the north and the west. We'll see if this old wagon's fit for it. Then he turns to the others. How's it going, rookie? Imps fed, wheels clean. Status, Jody? No sign of howlers. Everything is secure. Good. Then get some rest. We're headed to the Spring of Jumur at dawn. We're off. Spring as Jumur. According to the stars, the next rite shall soon commence here. The Alpha Chief hoped bathing here would cure his ailments, but only made him itch. Let's have a look inside. What do new? Let's see what else this has got. I think we've done this one, haven't we? Yeah. So let's have a look. She seems to have something on her mind. You sensed Jodariel's steel gaze well before you turned to her. Reader, rummaging around the wagon once again. Tell me something. Now that you are here, look at me. Are you afraid of me? You consider the question. You have never before met someone like her, but do not know something. But do not know something of what happens to those who remain in the downside for many years. Jara wishes you to know if you fear her. Admit she can be a bit intense. Deny feeling that way. Say nothing. Yeah. You tell her in a careful way that you have done your best thus far not to cross paths with her, and wish to stay in her good graces. Indeed, it is comforting to know that my mere presence instills fear. One day perhaps you too shall grow some horns, if you survive this place. That day shall put the fear you feel in some perspective. Now then, I shall go make my rounds. She walks away. You feel the floor of the wagon shake with her step. Jadara lost -1 hope for the next ride. Oh. Okay, this attribute affects duration of banishment. That probably wasn't a good idea to say that. Oh well. Let's just move on. The path of freedom. Huh? You have not yet been to this region of the downside. Quite like that animation. Jumur Valley. The climate here in Jumur Valley is hot and uncomfortable. On top of that, we have a stowaway. Home? Can we go home? She must have latched onto the undercarriage as you crossed the ridge. Her manner is odd, though you sense she means no harm. She must have overheard some of you fellow exiles' conversations. You need but say the word, Hedwin. Oh, come on, you can't be serious, Jody. She's just some kid who managed to climb aboard our wagon undetected, but still. Do it, Jody. Jodariel approaches the girl and looms over her. Listen to me, girl. I cannot guarantee that we shall get you home, or any one of us. But at present, we have a room for you and adequate provisions. You may accompany us for the time. Jodariel leaves without waiting a response, presumably to make room for the wagon for your new guest. The stowaway is overjoyed at this. Really? You're so kind. You are most kind to someone you just met, like me. May the 8 scribes smile upon you all. She claps her hands, bursts into laughter, and performs some sort of dance. Ruki stares at all of this and leans in close to Hedwyn. Hey, so, what gives? First the reader. Now we're taking her along. We gonna take every might, bit and drive imp we find now too? Easy, Ruki. I think he'd want for us to bring this one along. Who? Sandalwood? Who's Sandalwood? The apparent name of some mysterious informant of Hedwyn, Jodaro, and Ruki. I thought you said he asked if we find someone to fit in every type of mask. Near as I can tell, yours would fit hers just fine. He asked that we use our best judgment. Besides, we sent her away. She'll go telling anyone she finds about us. We can't risk that right now. So, can I come in? It's very hot, and I'm a little thirsty and a little tired too. Yes. You're welcome here with us. One question though. What do we call you? Well, this is embarrassing, I think, but I don't know for sure. It's just, back home, they called me lots of names, like, for the colour of my hair. They made fun of you just because you were grey hair? That's it, my name rhymes with grey. My name it's just, they call me lots of names. You sense the girl is struggling to recollect her certain name, as she felt best suited her. You think that she can help the stowaway. You think you can help the stowaway girl make peace with her name. Okay. You sense her name is May, K, Fei, Day, Ray, Shay, Zay. What's easiest to say? I didn't mean that. I didn't mean to say that. I quite like Zay. Zay sounds closer to say, doesn't it? You suggest her name. You suggest the name. Oh my god! You suggest that the Stowaway's girl's name is Zay. Why, that's it. My name is Zay. My name is Zay. Where I am from, they called me Zay, the proxy. But I guess maybe you don't have to say that part, because I don't really like it. I would... Bay just sounds a bit weird. It's someone I just met. Your fellow exiles decide to bring Zay along for now. She almost collapses from exhaustion. So you take her in and show her to somewhere she can rest. Welcome to the chat, White Fang. Zay joined the group. She is tired but excited. Welcome her aboard. Colourful. It looks like a Yellow Submarine kind of Beatles cartoon right now. The black wagon arrives in a somewhat peaceful stretch of Jermir Valley. Your companions wish to hole up here for the night, to give Zay and all of you a little time to rest. Let's go back in. Let's talk to her. Zay seems to be recovering well since you found her. She seems fascinated by everything and everyone in the wagon. Oh, hi, reader. You are the one who knew my name. You guessed it right, you did. Thank you for your hospitality. I've just been eating with the imps and talking to the wagon. This wagon, he and I are the same age, almost to the very day, but I am older by 3 weeks, so I am giving him a hard time. Little brother, I call him. He is a good wagon, isn't he? He will take us very, very far. My little brother, sure, he pulls at my hair at times, but I don't like it very much. But he is family, and I am happy to be here with my family. I thought that I had lost them all again. Oh, but we have stopped now, haven't we? Then I should go outside to dance, in case the scribes are watching. Bye, reader. Smiling back at you, she prances out the door. Is she part of my group? She's not, is she? No, okay. This book, will it have anything else in it? Nope. Let's go. Consider the options. Your fellow exiles are taking in the moment to unwind. Jadariel motions for you to join them. Let's get used to your new life here, reader. We seldom get much such moments of reprieve. Perhaps some further study of that book shall pass the time. You could join me for a little stroll if you feel up to it. Always something to be foraged around here. Or you could teach us more of what you know. Prepare us for the next rite. In any case, we do what we can to stay busy. Keeps the sense of isolation well at bay. At certain junctures you choose several vocations. Use what time you have. Oh, this is Persona 4 all over again. Forage for resources, study in private, mentor a companion. I'm gonna mentor. Who is that? It's from the Commonwealth. Is it for me? Are we talking about the new girl, the Zay? I wasn't really paying attention. Is she from the Commonwealth? Having gleaned knowledge from the Book of Rites, you can impart some of its teachings. As of each exile's path towards enlightenment is personal, you will have to mentor them one at a time. She seems to know the your wagon, the black wagon. Am I right in saying that? Like it's a person? I want to mentor this one, Ruki. Sure, chum. I could go for some enlightenment right about now. Might take the edge off. You illustrate to Ruki some of the intricacies of the rites, focusing on how all three in a triumvirate can move around. Triumvirate, okay. Can move around and act as one of the mind. You sense he grasps some of the concepts. Ruki's cool. I like his little animations. Private lesson. Level up! See that, chums? Old Ruki's green-tail's got some bite in him yet. Choose a mastery for Ruki. Okay, so Ruki can jump a second time whilst airborne. Okay. Interact, okay. Ruki deals an additional 5 fire when plunging into the adversary's pyre. That. Whew. Got to hand it to you, chum. The book's not quite as boring as I thought. I better go lie down. I probably should have chosen the other one, actually. Oh well. Interesting. Continue your journey. The path leading further off west splits off. Once again, your fellow exiles turn the choice of where to go over to you. Zay seems enthusiastic for whichever route you choose. I need a drink of water. So, we got Fall Flat. To the south route across the Jomo Valley is riddled with barren rock and bone. Zay believes those who travel to this path shall be as swift as Jomo the 8 scribes. The north route across the Jomo Valley passes to the remains of the Hive Titan. Zay believes those who travel across this path shall be as strong as gold for the 8 scribes. So strong or swift? Swift. Let's try swift. It feels like this game has got a lot of playthroughs in it. Like you can build your team differently with each choice as you go through. Zay is behaving stranger than usual as you traverse the barren wastes of the Fall Flat. This was the path that the Jomo Many ran across so many times. Can you not feel his presence? Him and all his friends, here in the sand and in the air and all about? At first you pay little heed, though later you observe your fellow exiles seem to have more of a lightness in their step. Perhaps it was the previous day's rest that did everyone good. Your companions gain +1 quickness for the next rite. Journey! En route to the Spring of Jomir, you hear all about the roving slug market, which appears to be nearby. Ruki insists you take a look after you settle in. Oh, good. I'm glad it's got some replay value. Oh, hang on. Page revealed at the last emperor. Oh, let's have a look. Odd creature. Hey guys. Hey, how's it going, Mr. Greentail? Been a while and all that. Hey Ron. It's going. He is a traveller sales creature and a proprietor of the Downside Slug Market. Say, how come you set up shop all the way out here? Isn't it a little out of your way? Oh well, let's just say you guys, you ain't my only customers. You see, Dad and I, well, we know this business pretty good, and we've been around the blocks, and so. As Ron keeps blathering, Ruki signals you to, in a furtive way, Ron is yeah. Here's the deal, chum. You've got an informant say there's something here connected to his rights business. If you can spot it, you should be able to pawn off some of our stuff to make the trade. Got an informant here says that something here is connected to the rights business. Okay. And don't even worry about the Falcon Ron. He is a travelling sales creature prepared to... Okay, so him. So anyways, you guys got something for me or what? That black boom you got there, I could take it off your paws if you want. So drag. I love the voice. Confirm transaction. Sell for 30. You shall have 40 in total. Proceed. Hey, you know, I'll take it, Mr. Greentail. Though you drive a pretty hard bargain. Now, you gonna take something off my hands here or what? Drag Moon Crest to your stash. Okay. 20 remaining. That's a one-of-a-kind finger you just got there, you know. And you got yourself a real good deal from me as well, so thanks. Switch to the roster to equip the talisman. Apparently, any one of us bozos can get a little edge out of that thing during the rites. I mean, just a question of who gets to try it out. Each of your fellow exiles may have a talisman equipped. Decide if you'll wield it. Okay, so, after being banished by an adversary, the bearer has a chance to return immediately, 30%. I could really do with... Well, he would score. If he scores, then he would... I'm going to give it to him, I think. Yeah. Because I'd like him back. He's got pretty good... Oh, I don't know. No, because he won't get... Yeah. Actually, right. You're going to have it. You're the best at defense. Anyways, Dad over here, his feet, you know, we've been having... Anyways, Dad over here, his feet, you know, we've been having trouble with his feet. Getting real something or another from all the hoofing around you. And so you see, Ruki indicates to you that now would be a good time to depart. Talk to fella. Roster, okay. You see, Mr. Greentail... Oh, see you, Mr. Greentail. And your friend there, too. I like them. They seem real nice, you know. Let's go in here. Have a wild chat. Hedwin motions you to join him. While his manner is easygoing as ever, you sense his contemplative mood. You were wondering about this wagon. It's a long story, but I'm going to keep it short. You last long enough in the downside, you start to hear a lot of crazy things. One of the crazy things I heard one day is that there's a group of exiles out there fighting one another for their freedom, under the stars, whilst wearing masks and their dresses. Everyone I was with just laughed, but something about the story struck me, and I started to do some digging. I got in touch with Jody, who I knew. She got in touch with Ruki. He knew who to ask, and it turned out I knew how to answer. That's when we got in touch with our contract, Sandalwood, or contact. The apparent name of the mysterious informant of Hedwyn, Jodaryl and Ruki. We talked only through messengers, never met in person, just have gained his trust. I must have gained his trust. He told me to go searching in the sandal folds. Gave an exact location, told me to bring my friends, and then he said to get a reader. The wagon was almost completely buried when we found it. The minstrel was out in the cold in the corner, just the way you saw him. The rest you know. So the wagon isn't ours. The robes aren't ours. And I don't even know who the Nightwings are. One day maybe we'll meet up with our informant and learn more. But now, as you know as much as any of us are, but now you know as much as any of us do. So that's how we got here. How we met you. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. See you later on. Oh, really? Well, I was just about to say this is the end of my hour, but I'm going to keep on playing because this is quite an interesting story. I might do another bit of maybe 15 minutes or so. He nods at you and heads out, leaving you there in the black wagon. I guess if you miss the interactions with the wagon at every turn, then you're going to miss parts of the story. I asked him about why the wagon was, why they came across the wagon rather than about his history, because I think it's a bit rude to ask about his history straight off. I don't know why I thought that. Okay, let's inspect. How many nations did I scour in the name of Solarian Mur? How many countries fell before our spears and blades? Such questions mattered less to me with every passing victory. Our legions swelled across the land, and our dominion grew. The Emperor Solian Mur paid all this little heed. He only tended to his personal affairs. Our legions relished in the autonomy. We did not know that the Emperor cared nothing for his legions, nor his people. He cared only for that that was before him. One day he learned of such a thing as to befit his name, and vowed to seek it out. Yeah. I suppose most people would ask about his history first. I don't see there any benefit of asking about his history. I wanted to know why the wagon was there, because the wagon is sort of like it's something about everyone. They're all on it. You want to know why they're all there and why they're all friends, and I suppose that would just sort of like give you an idea about the history about all of them instead of just one. The attic ladder. You observe the ladder leading up the locked enclosure above the cabin. The wagon's centrifuge must be up there. Its drive imps stare down at you with big, wet eyes. Okay. Oh, you can interact. Didn't I know that? Can you interact with the candles as well? You can! That is awesome! Blowing out all the candles. Oh, no. I blew on the book. There we go. Oh, we didn't get a trophy for that. Let's go. As you complete preparation for the rites to commence, you notice Zay approaching. I'm imagining you can almost interact with everything, really. No, maybe you can't, not here. You notice too that she is wearing your companion's raiments. Can we go home? Zay, I thought I made it myself quite clear that you were not to touch those robes. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Jodaryl. I just thought maybe you were being funny at the time. Unbelievable. Hey, something's happening in the sky. I think we're up. During the rites, avoid the auras of your adversaries and banish them with your own. You lose your aura when you grasp the orb.
Reader, what brings you to the spring of Jomir? Why, it must have been the stars. Although it seems that your triumvirate now numbers 4 exiles, not the expected 3. The rules of the rites were not created for you to besmirch. Prepare now to confront the fate. They still honor the traditions of the scribes, and surely have been longing for this chance. But first, you have a choice to make.
I have to pick who is in my team. The sky burns bright once more as your next adversaries in the rites approach. Their apparent leader is a bent old cur who regards you with formal bow. Huh. He's a dog. At his side is an intense young man. I hail you, exiles of the Night Wings. I am grateful that you chose to grace us with your presence once again. I am called Dalbert Oldheart, and this is my son, Almer. He is an honourable old cur bent on upholding the sacred traditions of the rites with his son. He is the dutiful foster son of Dalbert Oldheart. Well, that explains that then. They don't look alike at all, do they? And he is very protective of him above all else. We need not greet them, father. We shall face you in the field this night, and may the victor's pyre burn eternal. But first, we offer you a token of good faith and show of appreciation that the Night Wings have returned. Dalbert approaches you with something in his paw. You sense his motives are sincere, and he hands you a small talisman. Items imbued with various enhancements, exiles may equip one at a time. You received a tailwind crest from Dalbert. Thank him and begin. Can I equip this now, or... Let me see. That cur was very kind, and his son, he was so caring, wasn't he? When can we start? I want to help you beat them. We need 3 of us exactly to conduct a rite, but we've got 4 now, besides the reader. This ought to be a fair call, but if someone has to stand aside this time, I volunteer. No volunteering, chum. I ought to be the reader's call, remember? Very well then, reader. Who shall it be? Okay, so...
Who shall strive for freedom?
He hasn't leveled up yet, so I want him to level up. She's got the talisman, and I think it's just going to have to be you, I'm afraid. Yeah. Sorry. You don't have to tell me twice, chum. So... What's her... What's he got? Okay. 2 quickness. So let's see who's got these. She's quickness is 17. Yeah, let's give her some... Whoa, actually. Yeah, go on then. I'll make her even quicker. Here goes. What am I doing? Oh, I'm looking at them. So 13, 10, and I don't know what that guy does. Interesting.
Say.
Wonder what's going on then. Okay. Oh, me? Thank you. And thank you for believing in me, because I think the scribes do so too. Oh, I see. As you will. I've just chosen 3 people. I just realised I haven't chosen the guy that I wanted. Okay, as you will.
Very well.
Hey, I have other chances. Hey, I have other chances. I think you did the right thing, so I can't level him up at the moment. That was a mistake. Oh well. Nightwings, I trust you are all well prepared. For these old eyes yet see that the rites shall be commencing momentarily. You are quite ready too, my son. I hope so, father. Here, now let me show you.
Begin. My goodness. A flame is stricken.
I couldn't remember what jump was. Really? Look forth, my son. The waters of German Mary Main may bring blessings unto this eve. Perhaps our chance has come to at last. We need more than blessings to prevail against them, father. Please keep fighting. Collect moon or ore drops.
A boon coming from the stars themselves. But shall it be enough for Dalbert and his faithful son? They plunged into the fire.
Oh, gotta jump.
As per the sacred law.
Hell yeah!
Oh, poor old Dalbert.
Oops.
They
Oh, really? Oh, wrong button.
So
Yeah!
it is.
One more goal.
Now
Goal,
go
that's what we
on
call it.
just once more.
Nope.
The orb, take it.
White. Oh, really?
Stand not in glory's path. and
Goal!
it is done. The Night Wings prevail. It was a glorious performance.
I'm getting the hang of the controls. That's fun. That is really good fun.
Perhaps you shan't be quite so fortunate next time.
Although I'm fighting against some pretty easy enemies, I suppose. Enemies, teams. I guess we won. I think we did. Alas. Alas, that in so doing, we set back that family we confronted. Exiles of the Night Wings, the dawn is yours, and may you earn your freedom. But father, the dawn might have been ours. We failed, and I have failed you. Nonsense. We are the fate. We do what is ordained, and nothing less. Now let us go, my son, for I am weary once again.
There is much to learn from this experience.
Okie dokes. And level up a little bit. What does she get? Not a lot. Okay.
Until the stars align.
Hello, excuse me. I mean, would you excuse me for a moment? Do you think you're one of them? What do you want? Father needs me. Oh, I'm sorry. I think I forgot what I was going to say. I'm so embarrassed. What is the matter with you? It is against the rights for you to even speak like this. I did not know that. I don't think. No one said anything like that to me. But then, all this, it is very new to me, and so I thought, maybe you cannot be serious. Yes, I mean, I like to laugh. I like to laugh a lot. And you? How about you? This is a Night Wing's trick. Father told me not to speak with any of you. But I just... I have to go. Wait, Alma, wait. I think that was your name. Was that even your name? Wait. You may switch to a different difficulty setting at any time in the options menu. Ooh. As you return to the wagon after besting the fate, you notice Judario tense up and frown. Where did he go? Who? Wait, the sleeping guy? The minstrel, he's gone. You see, it is true. There is no trace of the lone minstrel who has been lying still in the corner of the wagon all this time. You join the others and search for him outside. You have learned nothing of the lone minstrel, other than what little Hedwyn told you of how they found him in the wagon. You sense their concern as they scour the vicinity for him. We'll worry about this minstrel, my friend. You worry about the stars. Wherever they guide us, we're going. Gaze up the stars once more. Seek out your destination. So, I'm guessing here. The midnight star burns bright over the standing stones at the edge of the flagging hands. Skeleton! Everyone, we're headed back east, all the way across the valley. Towards the cairn of Hove, then. That's right. We'll have to risk it. What if that minstrel guy doesn't turn up by then? We shall find him on this night or another. They continue searching for some time, however, the minstrel is nowhere to be found. Interact. Speak with you. After having prevailed against the fate rather decisively last night, you find Hedwyn off on his own. You sense he wants to talk to you about a decision to exclude him from conducting the rite. I guess we'll have some tough choices to make before this is over, my friend. Just been thinking about that. I'm glad you let the others go instead of me during the rite. I mean that. All the more since we succeeded. I don't know what's more intense, participating in the rite, or just watching from the sidelines. Anyway, thank you for checking in. I'm off to make sure we're ready to move. He departs to check on things outside. You sense he has no misgivings about what transpired, and is more concerned at present about the missing minstrel. So let's look at this. Zay's scribe catcher. The bundle of sticks Zay insisted on hanging in the rafters. She believes it bring good fortune. Okay. Interact, browse to read the pages. It's done. Yeah. So these pages got a number on them, and I've noticed that I've missed a page. I've missed 4. So maybe that was another path. Continue the journey. Okay, I'm well over an hour now into this, so I may cut this short in a second. There is still no sign of the lone minstrel, although Jodariel tracks potential signs of movement east, the same way you are headed. You consider where to search for him. Fall flat. The south route across Jomo Valley is riddled with barren rock and bone. Okay. Same route we took earlier. Head north, route across the Jomo Valley past the remains of the Hive Titan. Would he go back to where we just came through? Let's go to a new area. More than likely gone back to where we came from. I don't know. What a guess. As you travel through the dusty waves of Glue Hive, let's have a look at Glue Hive. The north route across the Jomo Valley passes the remains of the Hive Titan. The lifeless carapace of Biolanthius still looms over the western edge of the valley. Hedwyn seems more ill at ease than usual. There was no sign of the missing minstrel. Sorry about this, Jodie. I had a hunch he must have become this way. That would be our hunches. Would that our hunches be more dependable? But do not fear, we shall find him yet. Sounds more like a hunch to me. More of a promise. You pick up bits and pieces of the minstrel's significance to your fellows exiles. He was there when they first discovered the Black Wagon, but they refused to say much more for now. Stop the wagon. What? How come? Because of her. They're coming. They're coming for us. We have to be ready. We have to. What does she mean? Does she mean what I think it means? I believe so. Your fellow exiles scramble to prepare the wagon for whatever is out there. Once you help them settle in, perhaps you can learn more of their source of a concern. Prepare for the night. They are coming for us. They fear the scribes. They fear the scribes. I know they do. What is he talking about? What's going on? Howlers. Lots of them. Then what are we going to do? They fear the scribes. Calm yourself, Zay. We should give them reason to fear us as well. Cool music. We use the raiments and the books. Indeed. One of us can draw them out under the reader's watch. It shall be just like one of our rights. Hedwyn turns to you. It seems we need your help in this, my friend. We just need a volunteer to go with you. I will do it, reader. Please. You have to let me. And the scribes, they will protect me. I know they will. Daryl exchanges look with Hedwyn. Each of them nods at you as if to signal their approval. Prepare for them. I have no idea what this means. Toggle aim assist in the option menu if you wish to make it easier to cast aura at adversaries. Nah. That howling sound, it means they're here. Oh, by the scribes, they're here. Fend off the howlers. Current reward. Uh-oh. Nope. Uh-oh. This is fucking fun. Oh no, wrong one. No, you don't. Power casting by holding circle. Okay. Okay. No. Oh, I'm ballsing this one up royally. Just then, Zay spots something creeping towards her. What? Hurry! Did I let in too many? While holding the release, when you see a flash to power cast an exile's aura for a faster attack. I didn't do the square button one. Oh, I missed it. I wasn't paying attention. The howling subsides as your fellow exiles scramble out to check on Zay. You find her in one piece along with an unfamiliar little face. Squeaky! Isn't he the best? Can we keep him? Squee-hoo! You sense a depth of experience in this creature, at least judging by the drive-in standards. In fact, you feel a connection to him. If you concentrate, perhaps you can derive something meaning from his calls and screeches. I won't try and repeat that. The drive seems to be both excited and frustrated by something. He senses some pattern in the drive imp's screeches. He seems welcoming of this. This drive seems to have a history with your black wagon. You are beginning to understand him. The drive imp recognizes you as a new reader of the Nightwings. He is pleased to meet you. The drive imp seems satisfied at having gotten through to you, and you explain to your companions what little you have learned from him so far. No one argues against letting the creature come along. Inside the wagon, the other drive imps stare at him with some light reverence. Welcome aboard. Here he is. You can see the little imp has made himself at home. He rushes right up to you. He indicates he was able to find you thanks to the swarm of howlers. He has no love of howlers, and they know not to mess with him either. He plans to set up a nest that should ward off any further trouble from him. He looks forward to the road ahead with everyone and believes it shall be worth it. He seems to be saying he is happy to be back where he belongs, and he urges you to keep going. He bounds off towards his brethren settled in the first wagon's rafters. So is that him up there? No, it is, yeah. Okay, so I think I'm going to stop it there. That was about an hour and 20 minutes. Good fun, really, really interesting. I like the story. I like the fact that I don't know what's going on. And it is a little heart, isn't it? It's quite cute. I quite like the art style. In fact, no, I love the art style, and this is so cool. The animation of the cart is probably my favourite at the moment. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me, guys. Sorry that there's going to be a bit of a crowd now that I'm going to have to leave behind, but I'm going to continue playing this, and I think I'm going to stream it as well. I'm quite enjoying reading it out. I may get my words minced, but you know, I'll try and read it as well as I can. It's helping me anyway. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Really like the company. This game is awesome, and I can definitely see why it's on people's game of the year list for 2017. I'm gonna leave it right there, but I will be uploading these videos to YouTube anyway, so I'll have my playthrough all recorded, and all my other games as well. Anyways, thanks very much, guys. I'll see you next time.